But you brought up Bang'em Smurf. You're really smart. See, you already knew where I was going to go with it. I appreciate that, man. You know when to pause too. When you see like I'm about to ask you a question, you know when to pause. You're good at what you do. Between you and Bang'em Smurf though, are things good now? You guys fix things?
You know, I want to take I want to take this opportunity on Panda Chap News, this YouTube channel, and actually, you know, use this as an olive branch to Bang'em Smurf. You know what I mean? Like the whole shit with Bang'em Smurf was taking totally out of context. You know what I mean? The whole issues with Bang'em Smurf over a few dollars when we were on our way to creating probably something that would be pretty impressive right now. You know, it really doesn't mean much. But Bang'em is actually creating his own YouTube channel now, so I wish him the best of luck. If Smurf actually sees this, and you know, I'm sure he will, you know, I hope he'll reach out to me and we can kind of just put shit back together and move on from all that negativity from the past. Because, you know, we shared a lot of positive experiences together, whether it was, you know, standing on the stage with Rick Ross, or whether it was Smurf getting me some roti, you know what I'm saying, out in Trinidad, you know, had me up in the Hyatt Hotel for like 10 days. Shit like that changes your life when you stay in the Hyatt Hotel for 10 days and you got people opening doors for you. You know what I mean? It really,
most definitely,
it really gives you another perspective on living. So what happened with Bang'em Smurf and myself was basically we were creating content together, and we wanted to dub a podcast, Keeping It Real podcast. But Smurf was having some issues about shit that he wanted out. So Smurf was like, yo, Mikey T, edit that. I edited that, showed it to him. He's like, yo, that shit is fire, but you got to take out this part about Tony Yayo. Boom, go back. Take out the part about Tony Yayo. Da-da-da. Oh, you got to put the part about Tony Yayo back in. I'm like, what is going on here, Smurf? Like, come on, man. Just stop giving me so many different directions when it comes to that shit. You know, that's how a lot of people that you work with will be. If you give them an opportunity to look at their headlines, if you give them an opportunity to put judgment on their thumbnails, sometimes you need to leave that in the perspective of the content creator. You know, Smurf always spoke very highly of me. He even made me the vice president of Feed the Wolves Records. But also Panda, Smurf in the same breath told me if he was still on and popping with G Unit, I probably wouldn't know him.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Nah, Smurf and me had a great relationship, man. You know, the way we had our dynamic was dope, man. And he really was open to talk about whatever with me, although he did.
Yeah, because he said that you went out to Trinidad like twice, right? Like he had taken you, flew you out there and everything. And the way that, because I watched that clip from The Soul, right, when he's in the guys in the car and everything, and they're talking about that situation with you, and it seemed like he was conflicted about it. Like he didn't want to talk about it, but he agreed to talk about it ultimately. And he said something happened over Gully TV.
Nah. Nah, not really over Gully TV whatsoever. I think he might have been commenting about the whole thing with Leak Moss, where he said he saw, look what happened to Mikey T or some shit like that. And I was kind of taken back by that too. Like, Smurf, are you for real? For real? You're going to talk about me getting that shit happen to me? Like, come on, Smurf. That ain't the type of loyalty I know from Bang'em Smurf. Smurf would never do no shit like that. But that's interesting to hear you say that he seemed conflicted about actually doing that. And just to clear it up, I flew myself out to Trinidad. Just to clear.
Oh, so he didn't pay for it?
No.
He said that.
No, he did not pay for me to go out to Trinidad. You know what I'm saying? What Smurf did pay for was probably some KFC and the roti. You know what I'm saying? That's about all Smurf paid for me in Trinidad. I remember one of our boys, we were at this big-ass hotel, and Smurf and Fredro Starr were doing an interview for the Guardian newspaper. And my boy Grams actually was buying a steak sandwich. And Smurf was telling him, like, nah, you're good. You're good. I got you. And Grams is like, yo, bro, I'm ordering a steak sandwich. Let me order my steak. It's like, yo, not everybody, we don't want to eat 2 drumsticks and some fries and some fruit punch every day of the week. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Smurf showed me a hell of a lot of love, but when I was in Trinidad, there was no weed out there. There was barely any weed out there. It was a rough time in Trinidad. And then even when we left, we missed our flight. We missed our flight. Domination and Grams got up out of there. They knew about that Bangum Smurf shit. They knew this guy, you better book your flight 2 hours after the fact when you're dealing with Bangum Smurf. So Smurf, please put in the real receipts about when me and my boy Newport Nick had to go get a $38 hotel TT. So that's like $8 US. We went and got this hotel that was right by the airport. So we damn sure didn't miss our flight the next day. And Smurf actually pulled up on us in Trinidad when we were at that crazy ass hotel. He pulled up on us the second day.
So the way that he told it though was that like you were disrespecting him, right? Like you weren't giving him money when he asked for it. Like he was testing you. And you were saying that you lost your debit card or like these different things. And from your perspective, did you bark on him in any kind of way? Like you know, he said you went live and you went off on him and you apologized after the fact.
Well, here's what happened. Actually, I had done an interview with Cadillac Ty, funny enough. No, I had done an interview with Bangum Smurf where he brought up how Cadillac Ty's girl was walking through the hood. And the G-Unit guys saw her with a Murder Inc. shirt. So they all started throwing shit at her. You know what I mean? They started calling out at her, yo, shorty, whatever they were saying. You know what I mean? Cadillac Ty pulls up in 50's block with the black Cadillac. And he's like, yo, 50, what's going on? Why are your homies disrespecting my shorty? Like, put some respect on my shorty, man. What the hell is going on? So apparently, you know, Smurf had told me 50 smacked somebody. 50 smacked somebody, and I was just getting the clip ready to put out. So Cadillac Ty calls me as I'm on my way home from Queens. And I'm like, yo, Ty, what's up? And we're just chopping it up on some random shit, you know, because I've always kept relationships with a lot of those guys for years that I've interviewed. And so I'm like, yo, Ty, you know, it's funny you hit me because I just did this story with Bangum Smurf. And he's talked about how your shorty got disrespected by some of the G-Unit guys and you literally had to go check 50. He's like, yeah, I remember that. I remember that shit. I think he was like, it was a white Cadillac though. It wasn't a black Cadillac. I'm like, all right. So then me and Smurf are always talking. You know what I mean? We've now graduated from MySpace to Facebook Messenger. You know, it's pretty much just like a telephone. So we're talking and I'm like, yo, Smurf. I'm like, yo, that shit's crazy. I just spoke to Cadillac Ty. And this is the biggest misunderstanding of Smurf and I's relationship. Because I'm like, yo, I just talked to Cadillac Ty. And he's like, he pretty much co-signed everything you said about that story, about the blog that we're about to put out tomorrow. And Smurf is like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, Mikey? Why are you telling these people about my business? Why are you telling these people about what we're talking about? What are you doing, Mikey? What the hell's wrong with you? I'm like, yo, Smurf, chill out. I'm like, chill out, Smurf. The blog is coming out tomorrow. What the hell's wrong with you? What are you flipping out at me for about this blog that you know is coming out? The blog comes out, does like 150,000 views. So that was really the first misunderstanding that Smurf and I went through. And that's when I apologized to Smurf. And we got everything back together. Smurf was like, yo, Mikey T's crazy. He flipped out on me. But you know what? We still going to have a relationship. And then after that, the whole money issue. So I had done something with my card. A lot of people give me flack on this, Panda, and you can either vouch or you can tell me that that sounds cap. So I had to get a new card. I lost my card. I canceled my card. They're sending me a new card. That takes a little bit of time. I lost my card again in the same week. I don't know what the hell was going on. I lose my card in the same week. And then I lose my card in the same week. So I called up the bank And they gave me this thing where they were going to send me my card one day, and then the next day they were going to send me my PIN. So they were going to do a method of sending it 2 different ways. And Smurf was asking me for $50, and I was like, "Yo, Smurf, I got like $130 in my pocket. I'm like, I really can't send you $50 right now because my card is going to be tangled up for like 4 to 5 days. And there might be a weekend in between that. So my bad, bro, but I can't do it." And then if he was trying to test me or whatever, I don't care, man. Don't try to test me on some shit like that. Because in all honesty, man, I got shit going where, you need to put gas in your car. You need to make sure that whatever, you know what I'm saying? So don't test me on no $50, man, because somebody like Smurf, I'd send that dude the world. You know what I mean? So please don't test me over no $50, man.
Yeah, because the way that he was saying, he was like that he was just helping you all these times because he doesn't make any money from YouTube. And honestly, man, I hope that you guys fix it. It seems like it's an issue between almost like family members. Like I can see I can see talking to you right now. You do have genuine love for him. Obviously, you're never going to completely agree with 100% anything that anyone says. So, but that doesn't mean you can't have respect and love for them. And it seemed like you guys had a good relationship before. So I hope that you guys do sort it out.
Right. Hell yeah, man. Bring Bang'em back, man. And like I said, I wanted to use this opportunity with you today, Panda, to hopefully clear that up with Smurf because it's some BS. And, I've apologized to it. I've apologized for some of the things that I've said that I did not mean to say.
Did you reach out to him directly to apologize?
There is, yes, back in the day when I had first had an opportunity to reach out to him directly, I did apologize to him. That's on Facebook. Since then, I've been blocked on all forms of social media, though.
Damn.
But I mean, I'm not going to front because at first I did block Smurf on all forms of social media, and Smurf was feeling a certain way about that, and he was like, "Damn, this dude Mikey T literally just blocked me on all social media." I'm not sure if he said that in the interview with the dude from the Soul or not, but I do recollect him saying that at some point in time. So I could really truly see that he was hurt by me distancing myself like that. But I didn't respect the way he was coming at me about the content, especially when he knew what we filmed, what was about to be made public. And he just thought I was really giving his business out there when I wasn't.
Man, that's tough. Like I'm sure you've dealt with it before where you film something with somebody and then they question your approach. They want to change something, they almost blame you for something that they said, it's like, man, I'm just doing my job. Like you should know what to expect at this point. Right. It's
Yep.
tough. But so I totally understand where you're coming from, where you said earlier that like, if anybody comes on my channel, you say something, don't hit me up later, tell me to take it out. It's hard, man. It really is, and especially because, as a content creator, when you have it in your mind, you're already planning. You're like, oh, I'm going to put this one out this day. And so, you get kind of almost like your hopes up. So then like when somebody backtracks and they're just like, no, I don't want that out. You're just like, damn, you know what I mean? Like everything I had just planned is like out the window then.
Yeah, you see whole interviews get destroyed over that. I've seen the first half of my interview where you just don't show any of it to the artist, majorly successful. You get a little bit of artist input, you know what I mean? And then it could shift. The artist has already given you their input when they did the hour-long interview with you. You know what I mean? That is their input to the topic. It's on you to do use your creativity from that point on.